Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about Golden Child's Feel Me album. So I got on my copy of their second full Game Changer, but can I just say, as someone who's enjoyed Golden Child's music for a very long time, I do not like their new promotional schedule in the sense of they'll have one comeback a year. I don't like that. I don't like that. I want more from them, like just quantitatively more. Anyway, let's go over how this video is going to work. I'm going to run through the track list, I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have a handful of disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, this album is new, it came out a couple hours ago, I've heard it, let's say twice per song, so my opinions on all of them very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get started. And first up, we have the title track, the titular Feel Me. And this song is amazing. Like, this song is so good. It went into the Apple Music after a singular listen. And I try and be pickier with what I add to the Apple Music nowadays, now that I've evolved as a human. So going in after one listen is very much a power move. But let's get into it. Starting with the background music, it is quite good if you ask me. There are a couple moments in the song I didn't love, but for the most part, I thought it was great. As for the verses, the first one is excellent. Like, it's just the perfect way to start the song, and it builds so beautifully. I really liked it. The second one, though, they slowed the song down before the second verse. Like, the second verse starts off a lot slower, and I don't love that. I think it needed to be a bit more upbeat for this part of the song. I will concede this verse is a lot longer than the first verse, and it does pick up by the end, but I just don't love the first, let's say, half of this verse. The pre-chorus, meanwhile, is masterful. Not only does it hit, it is excellent, but it flows flawlessly from the verses, like from the verses into the pre-chorus, and then from the pre-chorus into the chorus. It's a moment. And speaking of the chorus, I'm obsessed with this chorus, okay? It has this pop rock element to it that I'm just so weak for, and I was personally having the time of my life to it. Big picture though, this still isn't Golden Child's best title. Songs like Wannabe, Without You, Let Me, like, they're a light years ahead of what this is. And by comparison, this one is just not on that level. However, Golden Child is definitely one of those groups, at least for me, where when they put out something that is a mid for them, it is still better than what most groups are doing. And this is the key example of that. Like, this song is nowhere near their best title, and yet it is one of my favorite songs of the year after just 2 listens. Moving on, next is Blind Love, and this is another excellent song, okay? Like, I was losing my mind at 6:39 in the morning while I was listening to this song, and when it's that early in the day, all I really want to do is quit my job and go back to sleep. Back to the song though, let's talk about the verses, because they are very good. The first one is pretty toned down and also quite short, but it works here. It flows well in the song, it builds nicely. I'm more than here for it. Then we have the second verse, and it's actually pretty similar to the first verse in a lot of ways. However, it has this like slightly more upbeat background music to it, and that's kind of all it takes for me to just adore it. As for the chorus, I am absolutely obsessed with this chorus. It's so funky and cool, but it works so perfectly. Like, frankly, if you ask me, this is the perfect chorus, and I'm minorly in love with it. Last but not least, we have Dear, and when I tell you this song is stunning, like, it is gorgeous, and the way it flows together needs to be studied. The first verse starts out, and it's almost like a ballad. Like, I wrote ballad in my notes when I was first listening to this song. But this song, she is not a ballad. Because once the pre-chorus starts, the background music shifts, right? It becomes a lot more upbeat, and it's no longer giving ballad. And then there's the chorus. Once she comes in, ballad energy is out the window. She is dead to the world, because I was jamming my heart out to this chorus. Like, I was having the time of my life. I loved it. The second verse is the rap verse, meanwhile, and the raps are working. Like, the raps are working perfectly in this verse. I'm very here for them. Closing out the song is the bridge, and it's giving pop song. It's giving a vocally exceptional pop song. So in other words, it's giving a Golden Child pop song. In summary, I'm obsessed with this song. Apparently Tag did a lot of work for it. I now want him in charge of their entire discography going forward because this masterpiece. But that's all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, it is score time. And overall, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I am 10 out of 10. All 3 songs are already in the Apple Music. I loved all 3 of them. So yeah, 10 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And in the description, I'll put all my other Golden Child reviews. I have a handful, so I'll just put them in there. You can check them out if you so choose. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!